Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Megan, and this is Millennial Meg, a channel where apparently I have health problems. That's what this channel is about right now. That's all this channel is about. It used to be about me decluttering and trying to declutter my life and clean my house all the time. So I mean, I guess that's what you're going to be watching is me tidying up my house. Um, but really now it's 100%. This channel is a mystery of health issues. That's it. So if you're interested in health mysteries, follow along. And if you're interested in watching somebody clean her house, you can also follow along. That's what you're getting today. Welcome back, or welcome. So what are we doing today? Well, we're going to clean up my house. We're, as you can see, tidying up the bedroom. We're going to put some laundry away. We will clean up my daughter's room. We will clean up the kitchen, the dining area, and I'm not going to show it per se, but I cleaned up a bunch of my garden because it was like the wild, wild west. It was a jungle out there. And the I should have listened to ChatGPT. They told me don't plant so many tomato plants. They also told me don't plant so many like creeping vine kind of plants like pumpkins and watermelon and what was the other one? Cantaloupe. They said don't plant so many of those in one space. And I was like, how bad could it be? This plant is tiny when I planted it. But as you will see, it became extremely overgrown and problematic. And the, excuse me, the pumpkin plant was climbing and overtaking all of the tomato plants. And it, anyway, it was a mess. So you're going to see all that. And then you're also going to see us just taking some breaks and playing with the dogs and enjoying ourselves because, as I mentioned, I don't feel good. I'm having a lot of health issues. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about coping with that and mental health and parenting and cleaning and just keeping our lives together in the midst of mystery illnesses. So buckle in and let's get to the chat. I don't remember where we left off last week, but let me tell you what's going on now. I am back on steroids. I'm back on prednisone. I'm back on antibiotics. I'm taking amoxicillin. I had to go to the urgent care again. And I'm not going to give you the whole rundown of my past health stuff. If you've been watching, you can check out my prior videos and see what the hell's going on with me. But I did have a nice break. I had like a week and a half where I felt good. Things were okay. I wasn't on any medications except for like a little bit of Zyrtec for allergies, and life was feeling pretty good until last Sunday. So a week from the Sunday that just happened, I went to, well, this isn't why this happened, but the week that you saw last week, like where my daughter got her face painted at the farmer's market and whatever, that day, I had a contact lens stuck in my right eye for 24 hours and I couldn't see it and I couldn't find it, but I knew it was in there. Like it got somehow folded up at like 6 in the morning. I put it in because I went downstairs to go on my treadmill. And sometimes like I do a little bit of work on my computer when I'm down there. And it folded itself up, got in a weird position and got stuck in my upper eyelid all day, 24 hours. In fact, I actually put another contact in because I thought maybe it had fallen out. And so at one point on Sunday, I had two contact lenses in one eye. And the whole day it was kind of bugging me. It was kind of bothering me. As soon as I got home from the farmer's market, I took the second contact out and then I could still feel the first one, but I couldn't see it, couldn't find it. The whole day I was messing with my eyeball, like, well, my eyelid mostly. Like I was poking at it, I was rubbing my my eyelid. Sorry, that's gross. I tried not to touch the actual eyeball too much because I am terrified of infection. Which is ironic because, spoiler alert, I'm on amoxicillin because the doctor at the urgent care thought that maybe my eyelid could have been infected because I was messing with it so much and like pulling on it and trying to find that other contact lens. So eventually the next morning, it just popped out on its own. Like I woke up, went in the bathroom, and it just fell out. So I know that it came out, so that's great. However, for the next few days, my eye was increasingly more itchy, more red. Um, and then Thursday night last week, it was really puffy. In fact, as I was leaving my office on Thursday afternoon, my coworker was like, Megan, like, what are you doing about your eye? Because that looks uncomfortable. And I was like, ew, that bad, huh? She's like, yeah, looks pretty bad. And it got worse that evening. And I was like, well, I'm going to stop panicking. I having like I'm not going to the ER. I'm not like in weeks past like I had. Um I didn't think it was an allergic reaction to anything. I just figured it was because I was messing with my eyelid for so long. So I went to sleep and I was like, you know what? If it's better, maybe it'll be better in the morning. That was very wishful thinking. It, in fact, was not better in the morning. It was so much worse. I could barely open my eye. It was actually worse than the day that I went to the emergency room last month. Like it was bad. Um, and so I went to the urgent care. I explained my situation. Uh, the nurse was horrific. I don't even know if she was a nurse. She was probably like a medical assistant or something, but she was not great. I walked in and they're not supposed to take your blood pressure. Like, sorry, this is a little rant. Like this is my Karen complaint department. Sorry if your name's Karen, but this is my complaint department. Um, I walked in. They're not supposed to take your blood pressure like immediately after you sit down. They're supposed to give you a second, let you breathe. You're not supposed to talk when you take your blood pressure. So immediately when I sit down, she puts the blood pressure cuff on, keeps asking me a bunch of questions. And I could feel my heart rate like rising. I could feel my blood pressure rising. And so as soon as the cuff deflated, I was like, just so you know, I'm pretty anxious. If it's high, that's why. And her response was, "Ya think? Okay, cool. I just told you I'm feeling anxious." And your response to that is a sarcastic, "Yeah, think." I don't even know what that initial number was. I'm sure it was high. And based on her reaction, right? Um, and so then by the way, like again, if you watched last week or the week before, like my experience with medical assistants is not good lately. um, but anyway, so that happened, but then the doctor came. Oh, she took the blood pressure again. It was not great, but it was better, I guess. It was like 133 over 94, and she's like, "Well, that's better." And I'm like, "Great." Um, so she leaves. I explained my whole spiel to the doctor. He was lovely, very delightful, super nice. And so good, in fact, that he was. This shouldn't even be like so good. This should just be like baseline. But my my expectations for the medical field are in the toilet. So he, the good thing that he did, which should be baseline, is that he heard everything I said, took me seriously, and then said to me, "You know, I think I need to go read your chart. Like, I need to go look at your electronic health record and just do some digging to make sure that I don't give you something wrong. Like, let me go look at that. Let me talk to some of my colleagues. Like, let me think about what I want to do." Um, and I said, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate that." And I really did appreciate that because I don't want to take something I'm allergic to. I don't want to take too much of a steroid if I don't need to, whatever. So he was great, did his thing. He made some decisions, gave me a dose pack of like not prednisone, but something really similar. And he also gave me amoxicillin. And so right now I think I have like one more day of the steroid and 2 more days of the amoxicillin, and then I should be good. I'll show you a picture of what my eye currently looks like today as I'm recording the voiceover, but I think in a minute here I'm going to show you what it looked like on Saturday or Sunday or whatever day this was. Yes, that's my steroid, and that is my amoxicillin. I was so, yeah, that's, you can't really see it, but you could see it's kind of like bumpy and irritated, um, and rashy. So that's great. So anywho, I'm trying to make the best of it, guys. So okay, now here's the end of my complaint, because that first part was not the worst part about the medical assistant. As and keep in mind, this is like a white woman who's probably about my age, okay? Like this, just as you're picturing this person that I'm interacting with. I had told her the whole story about, like, I was, messing with my eye, blah, blah, blah. Like, so she knew the whole situation. So as I'm leaving, like, I literally am about to leave. I'm relieved. I'm about to go get medication. I've been super stressed out about this situation and like taking a new medication again and taking steroids again. And, it's very stressful. All of this health stuff is stressful. On top, that bottle of ranch, I don't know, like, I think Amari left it there. Anyway, I threw it away, obviously. I'm about to. Um, so this is a very stressful situation. If you've ever had chronic health issues, or if you've ever had like unexplained health issues or health anxiety or just anything like that, this is a very stressful situation. Like, I haven't been feeling my best for a while, and it really wears on a person, like, you just want to feel better, right? So I'm almost home free. I'm almost out the door. And this lady comes back in to give me my paperwork, like my discharge papers, or instructions or whatever, my visit summary. And she looks at me and she's like, okay, like, probably don't wear any contacts for a while. Like, maybe just wear glasses. And I was like, yup. Like, there's no way I could get a contact in my eye at that point. Like, I couldn't even open my eye, right? But cool, got it. Thanks, lady. Like, appreciate it. And then as we're about to walk out, um, she says to me, she's like, well, you did it to yourself, girl. Like, I'm sorry. What? Like, what? Why was that necessary for you to say? You did it to yourself. Why is that necessary for you to say? Do you not, first of all, like, obviously she doesn't know my history. She doesn't know my mental health history. She doesn't know that I have a skin picking disorder as well. So I have a long history of like feeling very embarrassed about my skin issues. Oh, and there's the garden. I pulled out a bunch. Like, this is after, guys. This is the after. A little watermelon, little baby. Or maybe I think that's a watermelon. But she has no idea the weight of what she said to me, because I have so much shame and so much self-hatred around my skin picking issues and giving myself infections multiple times from picking my skin over the years. And like, just feeling like I'm a bad person, or like I'm a weak person for letting that happen. And then Ed also comments all the time if I have like an itch or a bug bite or something. He always is like, reminding me to not touch it. And it's just like, I know, I get it. I get it. Obviously, if I was more aware, or like had more self-control, or didn't have whatever issue I have, like, I wouldn't do these things. It's not pleasant, right? We accidentally broke the vine of the watermelon. Like, we broke the vine that watermelon was growing on, and then Amelia was playing with the watermelon, and then it broke. And so then we just let the dogs, I don't know, hopefully that was safe. Hopefully they're not going to have watermelons growing in their bellies from the seeds. Probably not. That's an old wives' tale, right? That's just something you used to tell kids. Here's my another view of the eye. It doesn't look too bad in the natural light that day. But we're just gonna take a little break and relax a little bit. Yeah, before Amelia's swimming lesson. because we had her. Now we used to have swimming lessons on Friday evenings, and now we have it like middle of the day on Saturdays. So we were just chilling for a little bit before swimming. But yeah, so much like I I literally I got in my car after that lady said that and I cried. I just kind of broke down. Um because whatever, like again, she doesn't know my life, whatever, but like there's no reason to say that to somebody. There isn't, like, when somebody's coming into a medical establishment, if you're coming into a an urgent care, an immediate care, an emergency room, like you're not having a great day. Like, bottom line, baseline, if you're walking into one of these places, something is happening to you, or something has happened to you, or you're scared, or you're hurting, or you're in some kind of discomfort. And it is really unnecessary for any of the medical staff to be making judgments about you to your face. Like, do whatever you want in the break room, joke with your friends. That's fine. I get it. I've worked in the healthcare system for a long, long time. Like, people who work in medical have dark senses of humor. I get it. But, like, not to the patient, not to the family members. Like, that, there's a line. There's a line. And I think sometimes people get a little too okay, a little too casual um, with patients and their family members. And it's not okay. Not okay. Um, sometimes I joke around with my counseling clients, but that is only after I have a sense of who they are, after we have built rapport, after we have a relationship. Like, at that point, I might feel comfortable joking with them about dark things, like, ending one's life, or, being old and having disabilities and things like that. Like, if I know someone well and they are engaging with me on that level and they are leading in that way with humor, I am more than happy to joke or to be light about those things. Um, but if I've just met you and you're having a really hard time, I'm probably not going to make a comment like that. And I think that medical assistant was really, really off and rude. And that was really unnecessary. Okay, now we're getting ready for swimming. And one more thing before swimming, taking some stuff out, getting some laundry in. Right before we leave, always have the washing machine do work for you while you're doing other things. I forgot who the first person who said that was, but I really I like that. I don't know if it was Beth. I feel like there was somebody, I don't know, whatever. We must have all gotten it from somewhere. See, Amelia's ready in her little swim rash guard. So anyway, that's the story of my eye. That's the story of my eye, and why I'm on all of these meds again, and why I'm so irritable and cranky and sensitive and whatever. And on top of that, our schedule has been all funky because of the stupid holiday. I know, I'm sorry. Like, if you work full time and you look forward to a 4-day weekend, I get it. Good for you. But like, I hate these like extended weekends because it doesn't really matter to me, right? Like, it doesn't make a big difference in my schedule in a positive way because I already have a flexible schedule. And then my husband, it really doesn't matter for him either, because 9 times out of 10 he gets called into work on the weekend or on a holiday anyway. So like, there's no benefit to me to a 4-day weekend except that I can't do anything on that day like productive, right? Like, I can't make appointments. I can't call like, I want to make an appointment with an allergist and I can't, right? I couldn't over the weekend. I have to wait. Like, I'm going to do it right now after I stop talking to you. Hopefully with this guy, Ruben, Dr. Ruben from Ruben. Well, I don't know where he works exactly. I mean, I do know where he works, but I don't remember what it's called. But Dr. Ruben, allergy, he's on, I think, TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. Um, I'm going to try and see him. I think he might only see peds, like pediatric patients himself. Um, but I want to see somebody in his practice. I will see. I'm going to see what we can do. Because he seems like a solid dude. He seems like a big nerd who knows science, and I need that in my life. Like I need somebody to like to look at me, to look at my medical stuff and be like, "Ah, this is what's wrong with you. Here's what you should do about it." So that it doesn't keep happening to you. So that you don't keep getting a swollen eye every 2 or 3 weeks. Um, that would be great. That would be great because I can't keep taking prednisone every 2 weeks. It's not good for you. Like it works great. Like it took the swelling down immediately, like within a day. Um, but it's so not good for you long term at all. Same with antibiotics, right? Like not great, not good. So, oh, so yeah. So anyway, I'm glad the weekend is over. My schedule will be back on track. I'm getting closer and closer to having my real schedule soon. I think by the last week of September. No, by mid-September for my birthday. That'll be my birthday gift. My birthday is in the middle of September. September. Um, for my birthday, I will have a regular schedule, God willing, or whoever willing, universe willing, um, so that I can feel some sense of normalcy here. Because we've had this holiday weekend. Today that I'm recording the voiceover, my son starts school. So it's a half day. Okay. So don't get too excited. So it's a half day. So then there's a like beginning of the year picnic there. So I'm going to pick up Amelia early and go take her, and we're going to go have a picnic at the school. And then next week, I think I've been talking about this since June. Next week, I finally start my new job, but it's just training. So next week's going to be crazy cakes, wackadoo, wild. I have 3 days of training, 1 day of seeing clients, and 1 day is a conference that I'm going to, or like a community resource event with some continuing education classes. Um, so next week's going to be wild. But then the following week, I should finally have a normal, whatever my new normal schedule is going to be. And I cannot wait. But now that I've had all these health issues, I am like freaking out that I'm going to get sick, right? Like Amari's back in school, Amelia's in daycare. Like so far, fingers crossed, everybody's been okay. But the last thing we need is like a respiratory illness or, something, a gastrointestinal situation. Like I'm just, I don't want to, I don't know. I'm trying not to think too far into the future, right? And I'm also worried about my trip in October to go hang out with Beth. Like I'm really just, again, crossing my fingers that everyone stays healthy, everyone stays in good condition, um, and that everything goes fine. Because I just, yeah, I'm just struggling. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to kind of like get back in the mental space that I need to be in to be productive and stable and like good. And honestly, it's affecting my parenting. Like I felt like such a horrible mom this whole weekend, um, because I was tired. I'm on the steroids, so I'm moody, like more so than usual, and like grumpy and overstimulated, and just not in a good space. And so I was doing a lot of like, let's relax, let's go lay in bed and like watch our iPad and watch our, play a game or whatever. And I just feel so bad, like that's not the life that I want for my kids. He's either in his room playing video games or he's out fishing. Like those are the two things he's been doing all summer, and that's it. Um, And now, going back to school is going to be a huge, huge adjustment for him because I didn't force him to do anything all summer. Well, that's not fair. Ed and I both did not force him to do anything all summer. Um, and then with Amelia, like, she wants to play, she wants to be outside, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to get bitten by mosquitoes. Like, oh, I don't want to go. I can't be in the sun because my eye, I can't put sunscreen on my face because it'll hurt, you know, like that sucks. That sucks. So, oh, and look, well, we're almost done. I just included this because Amelia saw this. My friend bought this, the grown up one for me. Well, she bought both of them for us. Um, and so Amelia saw that I washed it and she's like, "Can you be a dinosaur?" And I was like, "Sure." So I guess that's the one good mom thing that I did this weekend. I dressed up like a dinosaur to make her happy. And we actually, no, I don't know. We had a good day yesterday too. We were fine. It's fine. Guys, it's all going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to try and do what I tell my therapy clients to do, which is stay present, stay in this moment, and stop trying to predict all of the horrible things that will happen in the future because maybe they won't happen. And then what a shame that I would have wasted all this time worrying about something that wouldn't even happen. And even if they do happen, what a shame that I wasted all this time that was mostly fine worrying about what might happen. So I'm going to try and just be present, take my own advice, um, and just right now, my eye is fine. I'm fine. We're healthy. We don't have any diseases that I know of, and everything is okay right now. All right. I love you. Hang in there. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.